At Annie's in Love 2021. Annie isn't the kind of person who plans her life. She moves fast, thinks later, and leaves before things get too serious. For her, life is a series of moments, not commitments. She jumps from one relationship to another, not because she doesn't care, but because she's still searching. Searching for something real, something that finally makes her feel complete. And then she meets him. An older writer, successful, calm. The kind of man who doesn't chase anything because he already understands life. At first, it feels harmless. Just conversations. Just curiosity. But the more time they spend together, the more Annie feels something new. Something deeper than excitement. Something stable. And that's what scares her. But everything changes when she meets his partner. A woman who is confident, composed, and much older than Annie. And suddenly, Annie is caught in something she never expected. Not just attraction, but confusion. Not just desire, but identity. For the first time, she isn't running, she's thinking, questioning herself, her choices, her feelings. And this is where the story becomes powerful, because it's no longer about age, it's about understanding what love really means. Mac and Rita 2022. Some people feel young, no matter their age. Mac is the opposite. She feels older than everyone around her. While her friends chase parties, noise, and chaos, she feels exhausted by it all. She doesn't fit in. She never has. And deep inside, she wishes she could just be herself. But one strange night changes everything. After a bizarre experience, Mac wakes up in a completely different body. Her older self. Now she's Rita. On the outside, she looks like someone who has lived decades. But inside, she's still the same person. At first, it's shocking, confusing, unreal, but slowly, something unexpected happens. She starts to like it. People listen to her now, respect her, notice her. She feels seen. And then someone enters her life, a man who isn't attracted to youth, but to calmness, to maturity, to emotional depth. And for the first time, Mac experiences a different kind of connection, one that isn't based on looks, but on understanding. Through humor and light moments, the film asks a deeper question. What if age is not about time, but about who you truly are? The Boy Next Door, 2015, Claire is trying to rebuild her life. A painful divorce has left her emotionally drained. She's trying to be strong for herself and for her son. But loneliness has a way of creeping in when you least expect it. Then Noah moves in next door. Young, confident, and far too attentive. At first it feels innocent. Just small conversations, a little attention, something she didn't realize she missed. But attention can be dangerous, especially when it comes at the wrong time. One night, one emotional moment, and everything changes. A decision she instantly regrets. For Claire, it was a mistake. But for Noah, it was never just a moment. It was the beginning. What starts as affection quickly turns into obsession. He begins to watch her, control situations, insert himself into her life. And slowly, things become darker. Her job, her reputation, her safety. Everything begins to fall apart. Because some relationships don't end when you want them to. Note on a Scandal, 2006. Sheba feels invisible. Her marriage is empty. Her life is routine. And deep inside, she feels like she's disappearing. Then she meets someone, a student, young, full of attention, full of curiosity. And suddenly, Sheba feels alive again. But this isn't love, it's escape. A moment of weakness that quickly becomes something serious. A secret she cannot afford to reveal. But someone finds out. Barbara, quiet, observant, always watching. And instead of exposing the truth, she does something worse. She keeps it, uses it, controls Sheba's life through it. Step by step, she pulls her closer. Not out of kindness, but out of obsession. This story isn't just about forbidden relationships, it's about power. About how one mistake can put your entire life in someone else's hands. All Things Fair, 1995. War changes everything. Emotions become stronger, faster, more intense. In the middle of this chaos, a young boy experiences love for the first time, but not with someone his age. With his teacher. To him, it feels pure, real, powerful, like something that can't be wrong. But for her, it's different. She understands reality, consequences, responsibility, the difference between feeling and acting on it. Their connection exists in silence, in stolen glances, in moments that shouldn't happen but do, and that's what makes it so complex. Because sometimes love isn't enough. Sometimes it comes at the wrong time, with the wrong person, and no matter how real it feels, it still has a price. Sometimes age differences create distance. Sometimes they create understanding. But in every story, one thing remains the same. Feelings. Messy, unpredictable, human. Which of these stories affected you the most? Was it passion or consequences that stayed with you? Tell me in the comments. And if you enjoy emotional, thought-provoking film content, don't forget to subscribe, because the next story might hit even deeper.